What is up, audience? This is Enigma with Max Gamer Podcast. Just letting you know we have added in annotations to the video, which enables you to go straight to the portion of the podcast that you would like to listen to the most. So, yeah, enjoy the podcast. What's up, audience? It is DJ Enigma here with Max Gamer Podcast, and we're bringing it to you live today. I mean, what can I say? We've got one episode out on YouTube now, and I'm very excited to be live today over here on No Just So Radio. What's up, Zombie? Of course, Zombie's my co-host, always here. What's up, brother?
Not a whole lot. Just pleased to be here with you guys tonight.
He's ecstatic. He's simply pleased. What can I say?
I am very, very pleased and very, very ecstatically happy. So, ecstatically.
Oh, I see.
Ecstatic.
Aesthetically?
It's one of those words like, you know,
It's a big
you walk
word. I
by
don't have time
somebody
for
and
big
you
words.
ecstatic charge them, you know?
Exactly. I don't have time for big words. My brain.
We don't have
fast
time
that
for
shit.
big words. So,
Anyways, as I said before, you guys are here live on No Just So Radio. We are Max Gamer Podcast. 2 parts, Zombie and Enigma, of course. We make up Max Gamer Podcast, the entirety of it. Max Gamer Podcast, for some of those that don't know what it is, we are a podcast dedicated to game reviews, gaming news, tech news, and much, much more, all brought to you by 2 people that have been in the gaming and technology field for well over, I'd have to say 25 years, correct?
oh, easy 25. But, you know, hey, that's what it is. I mean, when you've been playing games since Doom 2 was released, you know, and then you get your little brother into it, well, you get 2 people that know a lot about video games. So, if you know what I mean.
You do. And I really do wish that we would get somebody that knows how to work Sam Broadcaster, because I just forgot to turn our music down again, which I just did, guys. So I'm sorry for blowing out your eardrums once again. For those of you that are listening to the archive, please forgive me. I don't do it intentionally. Well, actually, I am a malicious guy. I probably do, but I'm not going to say that I do, because then you guys won't like me, and you guys won't listen to me ever again. So, with
But
that being
speaking
said,
of
we've got some
liking
great
and
stuff.
listening to us all the time and again, check us out at maxgamer.com, or max-gamer.com, I should say.
Yeah, you have to be specific about that.
maxgamerpodcast, facebook.com, maxgamerpodcast, twitter.com, maxgamerpodcast. Check us out on all of those sources. It's really easy, just maxgamerpodcast. Like us, follow us, subscribe to us. Check out what we do. We got some gameplay footage, a couple games up on the YouTube, and
Indeed.
also buy our t-shirts. Go to max-gamer.com. Click
For
the shop
real,
button.
go buy our t-shirts.
Buy our
Buy our
t-shirts.
t-shirts. We got some great shit
So-
up there right now. I mean, we've got our Fusro, Mother Effin' Da. Or if you want to look at it, Mother Effin' Fusro Da. It really doesn't matter how you look at it, because either way, it's an epic t-shirt that you guys should really go and buy. And
Yes,
they're really,
very
really
epic.
greatly priced.
Very
Priced.
epic prices. Just go buy stuff. So,
They're pricificated in the area that you guys can afford them. Let's just put it that way. I mean, I know pricification is not a word, but it is now, because I said it was.
exactly, and it probably won't be up on a t-shirt, but eventually it may. So the pricification is only $16 a t-shirt. So go and buy tons, please,
Seriously,
and
dude.
and all that.
That's
so
not it. I mean, really, we want you guys to be decked out in some good gear, and I mean, for real, Fusro Mother Effin' Da is a great shirt. We've got some other stuff up there, like we've got our Attitude Problem shirt, everything like that.
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
Enigma.
great. It's
I don't
just
have an
great
attitude.
swag.
I just have a problem with you.
I really don't have an attitude. I just have a problem with you. I really don't.
I really don't either.
We've got some great swag up there, and we're looking to make some more, so I'll be on the lookout for some hoodies and stuff like that coming up here pretty quickly. But real quick, I mean, let's go into some of the stuff that we're going to be getting into today, because we're kind of pushing our time limit really quickly. Unfortunately, we only have an hour to base off of this, so we got to rush through some of these things, but we're going to try and make them as informative as possible. So
Exactly.
let's just jump right into it. I mean, we were on the road this week, and I finally got my Dota 2 beta invite, which I was so happy about. I mean, literally, I was ecstatic about it. I lifted my fist in the air and shouted victory. You can attest to that, Zombie.
Yes,
I did it
yes,
in
you
the
did.
truck.
Instead of being Fusro Da, it was victory.
It seriously was. It seriously was. Anyways, for those of you guys that are asking in the chat right now, if you guys want to come and join us on the chat, by the way, you guys can get it to it at nordistsoradio.com. click on the chat button. There you can type in your little usernames and such, and you can join us in the chat where we have all kinds of different people talking about our stuff, talking about their stuff, all that good stuff. Louis Chan, the website is www.max-gamer.com. That is true, www.max-gamer.com. You can get us at all of our services. All of our services are / Max Gamer Podcast. So you can go to Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, everything like that. Just put in Max Gamer Podcast, and you'll get directed straight to us. But let's jump right into this. I mean,
Dota
like I said,
2.
I got the Dota 2 beta this week, and I must say I am really pleased with how they did this. I didn't ever get to play too much of the original Dota because it wasn't really my steez back then. I wasn't too big a fan of the RTS games and such, but this Dota 2 is awesome. Let me tell you what. I mean, graphics wise, it's a great game. It's still it looks like it's kind of molded off of the Warcraft 3 engine, which it is. It's molded off the Warcraft 3 engine.
Yeah, Dota started out as a mod for Warcraft 3, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It started out as a mod for Warcraft 3 and then kind of landslided into its own kind of game based off of the Warcraft 3 universe, where they'd take heroes from the Warcraft 3 universe and villains from the Warcraft 3 universe and basically pit them against each other in like a little tower defense game, which, I mean, it's fun. It really is. For those of you guys that have played like LoL, League of Legends, and Han, Heroes of New Earth, you guys, I think, will find this really, really easy to pick up and play, because LoL and Han both have a really, really, really difficult learning curve. I mean, really difficult learning curve when it comes down to playing it. LoL is so technical that it's not even freaking hilarious how much time you have to sit there and read up on your character, and how much time you have to sit there and read up how you need to spec him, how you need to gear him.
True.
It's
True.
ridiculous. And it's the same with Han.
It totally blew my mind.
It is. It does. If you don't know how to do it, it's ridiculous. You start playing it and you just get manhandled all over the place. But picking up Dota 2, not knowing anything about it, not really ever playing it before, I got into it and I was the highest ranking kill count in my game. It's that ridiculously easy to pick up and play. It's not even funny. I really enjoyed just that fact right there. That right there is just the fact that I would buy it when it comes out, is that it's easier to play than LoL and Han. But it's enjoyable as well. It's got an enjoyable learning curve. Like I said, you don't really have to think too much of your builds and such. You just go in there, grab a couple of items, and then get the hell out of there and kill some people. And the gameplay and such, it's bar none. It's just like playing LoL. It's just like playing Han, just easier. That's about all I can say for Dota 2. I mean, if you guys enjoy those kinds of games, definitely go and see if you can sign up for the beta still. I'm not really entirely sure if the beta is still open for sign up, but if it is, definitely go and check it out. If you've already got it, play it as much as you can, because when it comes out, you want to get as much experience in as possible, so that I believe that the experience that you gain from the beta actually is going to be transferring over to the normal game. So that's always nice.
That is very nice. Anytime a beta can transfer over.
Yeah, anytime a beta can transfer over, it's always awesome. But other than that, I mean, some of the pros, like I said, was just easy to pick up and play, enjoyable and easy learning curve. Great graphics, stunning graphics. I mean, the Warcraft 3 engine, it's amazing what they can do with it. I mean, it really is. It's hilarious, the amount of detail they put into water, they put into the ground detail and such, and all that good stuff. So I only played one little match, and that was my match that I played last night, that I was the highest killing streak. So I was pretty pleased about that. I mean, it's got, it's and the people in it are really supportive that you're playing with. The people in it are supportive to the fact that, when you ask a question, it's not like, well, get the hell out of here, noob, you don't know how to play. It's, oh yeah, you do this and this, and then that
I've heard that line.
Lets you do that. Yeah. I think all of us have heard that line in our life, Zombie. I'm pretty sure that all of us have heard that line. That might be on a T-shirt. GTFO, noob.
Yeah, really.
Pretty sure it's already done.
Probably.
Well, yeah, that's my review of Han. I mean, I haven't really played it a lot in order to give it really an in-depth cons and pros, but definitely go and look at the site, because I'll probably be playing it a little bit more this week and a little bit more next week, and then I'll probably make up a blog post just kind of showing you guys what my experience is with it and such. So
Doing an in-depth gameplay review on it then. So
exactly. Do you have any questions that you wanted to ask me, Zombie, or was that pretty much a pretty straightforward?
Yeah, where do I get a beta key so I can try it?
I believe that you just go to the Dota 2 website, which I'm not entirely sure what that is. I could probably find it for you right now as I'm multitasking like a mosuka. But yeah, it's you can go and sign up for them, I believe, at Dota.com, Dota2.com or something like that. Let's see.
Yeah, I think I saw it the other
Dota2.com. Go to blog.dota2.com, and I believe you can still sign up for some type of beta.
No, never mind. Doing that?
Never mind. Beta testing is over, I think.
Oh.
I'm not sure. I don't know. Go and type into Google. Google is your friend. Google is my friend. Google's everybody's friend. He helps out with everything. He's like Dexter or whatever.
Yeah,
Dex. That was what it was. Dex.
Your little itty bitty butler of information. So.
Dude, if Google was like an actual person, I would marry them. For real.
That's kind of weird, but no, anyway. Moving into what I want to talk about, and that is cheating. I hate cheating in games.
I like cheating. Cheating makes the world go round. Cheating
but when it's a new game, but when it's a new game like Battlefield 3, I just cannot stand cheating. Okay, especially when you're playing online. Okay, now I'm one that the occasional God mode is okay when playing single player, but if you're going to play competitively online, I absolutely think that cheaters are the worst thing in the world. And apparently DICE is figuring that out too, the guys that made Battlefield 3, and they're actually hiring a team of, hiring an anti-cheat administrator, and they're going to hire a whole team to help protect people like me from the big bad cheaters of the world.
This is hilarious. This is like cheat busters.
Yeah, cheat busters.
Freaking popping in on you while you're playing a game of Battlefield. Get down on the ground.
Okay, I'll put down the rocket launcher. I'll put it down. Put it down. So.
Put down the Xbox 360 controller and step out of the house, sir.
Well, this guy, his whole team is primarily going to be for the PC version of Battlefield 3, and he's basically going to, him and his team are going to go out there, and in conjunction with Punk Buster and other services like that, they're going to try and eliminate some of the easier hacks out there that are more or less like game glitch hacks, like the XP glitch and stuff like that. So,
yeah. But
that's just that's my whole thing about it is I'm like, hey, DICE, give me a job. I hate cheating. Pay me. I will stop it. I will stop it. I will stop it.
Well, you know,
apparently,
one thing that you just know, you just really brought up. I mean, if they're in conjunction with Punk Buster, I have hated Punk Buster since the minute that Punk Buster ever was invented. I absolutely hate Punk Buster. It's to the point that I don't really like playing games with Punk Buster in them. Like, I don't like playing. What was the game that we played the other day? I believe it was Hidden Source had Punk Buster on it.
Yeah, a lot of those games.
Yeah, you literally had to go and buy or download a set of instructions for the game to be played with Punk Buster. I don't think that should be needed. I think they should already come pre-generated with Punk Buster if you're gonna, or just don't use Punk Buster.
Exactly. So well, not only that, but Punk Buster also had problems with like antivirus conflicts. Like if you had a certain antivirus, Punk Buster thought that the antivirus was actually a hack tool, and then so you'd get your account banned, and then you're in constant, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-day negotiations with Steam over their little help ticket system. Don't get me started on that one, but
there's a funny story behind that. All right, I guess. Now, recently we just barely brought up that for a gamer on a budget, that you could go to newegg.com and get Dead Island for, I believe it was $10, right?
$10 retail
box. Now that is a deal. It's just a deal. You guys, if you can go over there, if you can get access, I don't know about other countries. I don't know if Newegg services other countries other than the United States.
I don't know if they are.
But if you guys can get to it, go snag it up because, in my own opinion, Dead Island is
it
one of the better games.
might also have been like a week or two long sale,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that was a really
I
good
don't know.
deal.
But either way you look at it, even if it's just a week or two sale, go and grab it because if it's like $20, that is definitely worth the buy. Because that game is a fantastic game when it comes to zombie apocalypse, the zombie survival games. In my own opinion, at least. I don't know about you and everybody else, but yeah, definitely.
So, but with Punkbuster, registering that, and then you have to go through all that kind of hassle with Steam and their help ticket system and stuff. And
I forgot to move on with that story. Let's really quickly branch off. We've got a little time we can fill. Anyways,
Okay.
What we were talking about with that set game was Zombie recently purchased 2 copies for myself and Zombie, and my copy was fine. I installed it on Steam, no hassle. Started playing it the minute that I installed it. Now,
but when Zombie types in the code,
Zombie types in his CD key, right? And it comes up with, like, this CD key is already in use or something like that,
Yeah, it comes up with a duplicate copy.
Yeah, the duplicate copy, the standard thing that it basically tells you, hey, this CD key is already in use, what the hell are you doing with it, Now,
exactly.
Zombie, in turn, went and actually, put in a support ticket for Steam, and did you put in a support ticket for THQ or whoever the producer is for that game?
No, I called Deep Silver directly from the phone number, the technical support number that's in the instruction book, and Deep Silver said, that's a Steam issue, contact them. That was the guy's exact words to me.
No,
over
dude,
the phone.
that's not our problem. No, you gotta call Steam. That's their issue. We just put the CD keys in the CD box.
Yeah, we just put the CD keys in the CD box, retail box with our name on it. Contact Steam, deal with them. So I submitted a help ticket through them, and I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for response.
It's like you said. You're probably going to be waiting for 4 or 5 weeks. I'm willing to bet that you're going to be
4 to
waiting
7
for 4
days,
or 5
easy.
weeks. Yeah, it's 4 to 7 days. That's what I meant, not 4 to 5 weeks.
Yeah. But knowing my luck, it's going to be 4 to 5 weeks.
You could indeed be waiting for 4 to 5 weeks, and we had a conversation about this. I don't know about you guys in the chat. If you guys are in the chat with us right now, I want to kind of incorporate you guys and get you to start participating a little bit in this. What do you guys think about most companies these days switching from something like a telephone number hotline or something like that, a tech support hotline where you can call, get a person talking to you, and all that good stuff, from actually having a help ticket system where you have to, put in a help ticket, put in a forum post, and then wait for 7 weeks for the freaking reply from the administrator. Now, I had an issue with this with Hotmail recently where I've actually had to literally freaking delete my account from Xbox 360 because they would not give me my email address back. I just want to know what you guys think about that. Do you guys think that do you like it better with the help system, the help ticket system, or do you like it better when you're actually able to call and be able to talk to somebody? You guys can go ahead and let me know in the chat.
Even if that somebody speaks like the dude from The Simpsons, I still would prefer to talk to somebody and explain my situation. Okay, I know his name is Mike.
Dude named Tom
from India.
Yeah, some dude named Tom, and he's all, hello, may I help you today? My name is Tom.
In this situation, I think I deserve a phone call or a number that I could call as opposed to the help ticket system. I understand most help tickets, are something that you can get to in 4 to 5 days. But, I bought a brand new game, and it's not working out of the box. And that looks bad upon the company to put the game in the box.
Yeah.
So
I'll agree with you there, X, is that Punkbuster is definitely flawed. It's always been flawed. It really has. But yeah, getting a game...
I think there's more hacks for Punkbuster than there is help tickets.
Definitely. Definitely. I would say so, yeah. Yeah.
So...
And Blondie, I like your point there. The 24/7 hotlines are very rarely open, but I would much rather have a call, be able to call somebody during regular business hours and get a hold of somebody than have to sit there and wait for 5 weeks on a freaking ticket, it's just ridiculous. I don't like the way that they go with those things.
I'm not a big fan of the help ticket systems. I'm not a big fan of Punkbuster. I'm not a big fan of the holes that Punkbuster has in it. It's supposed to be an anti-cheat program, but there's programs that anti-Punkbuster cheat programs. So there's programs to anti-cheat the anti-cheat program, basically. And then I also don't like the fact how Punkbuster, you know, and DICE is now hiring.
Let's move on to DICE's. So they're hiring people. They're hiring like a specialized team to help stop gaming hacks,
game
and cheats,
cheating.
correct?
Yeah. And all I have to say is,
are
DICE.
they going to just have like? Are they just going to have like a set, list of people that are on at all times or something?
Yeah, basically, they've expanded on what Punkbuster does, where they ban an account, and you can go and check the account and find out if your account has been banned or not. But they also dig into it and say, okay, was this guy banned because of like his operating system glitched out on him or something like that, and he got shut down. He came back in, and there was 2 instances of the same guy in the same game. You know what I mean?
And I've heard stuff like that. I've heard stuff like that happening, like that stuff happening on like the newer games like SWTOR. They've been having issues with people getting banned for no reason.
Exactly.
It's
they
ridiculous.
actually go through
that's one way that I can kind of see not wanting that type of thing, like because people are people. They make mistakes,
But see, what happens is with this administrator guy that DICE is doing is they're actually hiring this guy and a team of guys to look at these on kind of a case-by-case situation and saying, okay, was this guy really banned because of a cheat program? And they look at the logs of his login, logouts, and how many times he pressed the trigger button in 15 seconds. You know what I mean? If there's over 15,000, obviously he's got a program that's basically,
I could do 15,000 clicks in a second. Come on.
Oh yeah,
whatever.
Exactly. So they're gonna look at it case by case and find out, was this guy really banned, or was it an actual glitch, like his computer shut down by for some reason? Did he get banned because Punkbuster thought that his antivirus software was an anti-cheat, software? And they're going to go out like that. But, the Xbox 360 guys and the PS3 guys don't have to worry about this because we can't play third-party software on those devices.
Well, you can, but it's rather hard to do. But,
it is very hard to do. You got to actually mod the Xbox or the 360 or the PS3.
With that being said, so basically the moral of this story is people that are playing Battlefield 3 on the PC, watch yourselves because obviously we've got a new sheriff in town, so to speak. So that's all you got to do, guys. I mean, if I would say that most of our listeners right now are not cheaters. They do not cheat. They don't use third-party software. But if you do, you're probably going to get caught.
And you will get banned, and there will not be But it was somebody else's fault. You'll just get banned because they will look at it and find out.
It might be a good idea to stop using whatever hacking mechanism you're doing right now. So
exactly.
But anyways, with that being said, it's about time for a break. We're going to step in, play a song, let our sponsors do what they do. And if you guys would like to be sponsored by Max Gamer Podcast, maybe you've got a gaming community that you'd like featured on the podcast or something. We reach out to a good number of people. We've got our Facebook, our Twitter, our YouTube page, as well as the live shows and everything. So if you guys would like to be sponsored by Max Gamer Podcast, please send an email to enigma@maxgamerpodcast.com or zombie@maxgamerpodcast.com. There we can create you guys a professional sounding advertisement, and that's how we'll go, guys. All right.
And just to be professional, that's actually Enigma and Zombie at max-gamer.com.
No, it's enigma@maxgamer.com, or it's zombie@max-gamer.com.
Exactly. not maxgamerpodcast.com.
That's what I meant. Yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, let's retry this. Enigma@max-gamer.com or zombie@max-gamer.com. Go and email us at those. And if you guys want to ask us questions or anything like that, go and email us at those as well. We always like to hear from our listeners. So we're going to go on a really quick break. We're going to play a song. I got Everlast, I Get By coming up right after this. So stay tuned here. Nor Just So Radio. NorJustSoRadio.com, where gamers rock.
You are listening to Noticeable Radio.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Max Gamer Podcast. I am Enigma, and joined with me today, as always, is my brother in arms and, of course, in blood, Zombie. How's it going, bro? And I've lost my brother.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
What's up? What's up with the pause, bro? Come on. Leaving me hanging.
I don't know.
Oh,
Can everybody hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I apologize about this, guys. My internet service provider is being a little whiny. You know what? Today, we're having a fight.
Well, that's always fun. So hopefully we don't have anything going on with that. Anyways, guys, as I said before, welcome back, Max Gamer Podcast. Yeah, let me turn down the volume again. I keep forgetting that. I really do. I need to remember that stuff. I keep getting Blondie over here. He keeps messaging me and reminding me to turn down my volume. So thank you, Blondie. I really appreciate that, brother. Blondie, you can check him out on the But Way There's Lore crew. He's on Fridays before the Variety Hour. You can also check him out over on Sundays as well on the Inquisitors along with myself. So I don't know what the times are for that yellow shit. I don't know what that is. So with that being said, again, welcome back, Max Gamer Podcast. You can join us at facebook.com/Max Gamer Podcast, twitter.com/Max Gamer Podcast, and of course, youtube.com/Max. It's ridiculous. I think.
Yeah, it was ridiculous how quick it went by.
It really was. I think that we got some tech news and gaming news coming up right after this. So why don't you start us off with that, brother?
All right. Well, I think we're going to start off with some gaming news with ATI, or formerly known as ATI, NVIDIA, or Law. I can't speak today, but AMD, formerly known as ATI, AMD, formerly known as ATI, just released their newest chipset cards, the 7900 cards, about 3 weeks ago or so, and they are actually releasing a revision of those cards already. I know it's fast, called the Tahiti family, and it's the 7950, and those cards are actually supposed to be giving the GTX 580 a run for its money. So, but, you know, man, at $450, I mean, that's still quite a chunk of change for a video card. And, you know, for the GTX 580, for $500, you're still, I mean, it's $50 is $50. That's not that big of a savings, in my opinion. But
yeah.
Apparently, they're actually giving them quite a run for the money. They're also giving them a run for the, like the heat, and the it's quieter. It's not as hot. It's cooler.
Well, yeah,
literally,
that's
not awesomely. Yeah,
that's what you want. You want a good set of ventilation. You don't want a lot of heat. You want a good thermal paste and everything like that. Because I remember when we bought my CPU.
Exactly.
I was about to say CPP. I remember when we bought my CPU or my GPU or whatever it was. We had to actually scrape off the stock thermal tape. And we had to add on some Arctic Silver because that thermal tape literally would have burnt off within like the first 2 months. You know?
It's cheap on the stock heat coolers. We use some Arctic Silver 5 on that. But with video cards, it's a little different. They use a little bit different compound. And they really do make these things to last. And this new version,
so, $450.
It has 3 gigabytes of DDR5 GPU RAM, and that's more than the GTX 580 with only 2 gigabytes, I believe. Let me see if I am misspeaking, but yes, it says only 2 gigabytes on the GTX 580. So. No, actually, this one was only 1.5 gigs. So it's got 3 gigabytes of RAM. And if I can save a little bit of money, I will. But not when like I said, $50. I think I'd still go with the GTX 580 over an ATI card, just because it's a tried and true NVIDIA card, and it's only a $50 difference. So what about you, Enigma? What do you say?
They charge you out the ass for one. And then you can get the exact same, video card for less, if not, it's ridiculous. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they can still hear us, because if they can't, we're fucked. Yeah, I know the connection.
I don't know if it's my connection or yours. Like I said, I'm in a fight with the ISP company.
Well, what you got to remember is that me and you both have the same exact ISP company, so I mean, they might just be transferring the fight over to me because they're like, "Oh yeah, Max Gamer podcast."
Yeah, so I'm
guys.
in a fight now. You're gonna be in a fight.
Exactly. But
yeah, F you guys.
Hopefully, you guys can still hear us, because if you can't, we're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
Anyways, keep talking. We're gonna figure this out, Jay or Zombie. Keep
All
talking,
right.
and we'll figure this out.
So, but anyway, with the with that $79.50, you can get it on Newegg right now for $449.99, free shipping, and you get Dirt 3 for free. A $49.99 value on that. And the GTX 580 by MSI for $499.99 with free shipping. Actually, no, with $7.87 shipping and handling on that. So don't quote me on prices, because the prices will reflect as soon as you go to Newegg, as opposed to when I told you this. So, but the Sapphire card, it's not pretty. I'll give you that. I mean, it's just kind of a generic looking card.
Meant to be pretty.
So they're not meant to be pretty. They're meant to make things look pretty. So
exactly.
But with the new chipset and with 3 gigs of RAM, I really don't know if there's a lot of games out there that are going to be utilizing some of this new technology that's coming out. I mean, obviously with AMD releasing their Bulldozer chipsets and stuff, I'm probably talking complete geek to a lot of people out there, but look for performance increases after Windows 8 if you can stand with the Windows 8 advertisement tiles and stuff like that. So if you have one of the new Bulldozer chipsets, that is. Unless I start talking about people dying all the time. And
well, that's even if they can still hear us. That's the only issue right there.
Yeah, if they can still hear us.
I do apologize, guys. I really do. I mean, this is obviously, I don't know what the hell was going on. Throttling me for like a year. It's ridiculous. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, we're in such a big fight right now. I'm not even using them. I'm using my phone because I can't keep a constant connection on them. So I'm using my phone.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if it's my you can't hear me very well because of my phone.
No, it's that our encoder keeps pausing and such. So well, the show must go on, and so we're gonna move into another article that I found earlier this morning, which I found was kind of A, hilarious, and B, kind of sad at the same time.
And C, and here's the thing, and C, it's repeated.
Yeah, it's.
This is about third person that this has happened to that I know of.
Yeah,
okay.
It's ridiculous. All right, so basically what the story is the body of a 23-year-old Chen Rong Yu. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but he's basically an Asian. The 23-year-old Asian was found at a gaming center, and it looked like he'd been there for about 9 hours before anybody noticed something was amiss. So basically, this dude, I'll tell you a little bit more about the story here in just a second. So basically, this dude died in a gaming center, and it took people 9 hours to notice that there was a dead body sitting right next to them. Now that's like I said, hilarious as hell, because there's like however many people were in that LAN center were sitting like 2 feet away from a freaking dead body. And
what about the guy sitting next to him, inches away from a dead body?
That's
they couldn't tell that he smelled funny.
It's just like the one minute the dude's like raging and shit about League of Legends, the next he's like not even saying anything, just dead silent. And I mean
he's
that
locked
in the
up
most
for
literal
9 hours.
sense. I mean that is in the most literal sense as possible. Dead silent because he is dead. All right. And this guy next to him doesn't even notice. He's just like, "Oh, dude's taking a nap. Oh, sweet," you know.
But anyways, AFK, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah, but anyways, I mean, this news article goes on to say that though the body of Cheng Young Wu, 23, was found slumbering in a chair at a cafe in New Taipei City on Tuesday night. According to the local reporter, he was rigid on the chair with his hands stretched out towards the keyboard and mouse. Police said he had been playing League of Legends. Mr. Chen's body had apparently been sitting there for up to 9 hours without any of the 30 other people in the cafe noticing. He was last seen by a waitress talking on the phone around noon on Wednesday. I don't even know how that works out, because earlier in the report they said he died on Tuesday. How could he be talking to a waitress on? He's a zombie. That's how.
Maybe it was Wednesday the previous week. That's the last time that waitress worked.
So. I would certainly hope so, dude. That would mean that he's been sitting in that chair for freaking not only 9 hours, but an entire week on top of that 9 hours. But,
well, like I said, this has been repeated. Okay, this is a repeat story, just a different game. Several years back and several years before that, there's some but Asian in some Asian type country that dies playing StarCraft for 72 hours, okay?
Yeah.
And then, several years later, it's less than 72 hours. It's like 48 hours. And now it's 9 hours. So either this one of two things is happening. Either people are not playing and taking breaks, from these games like they should, or Asians are getting weaker.
They're becoming more they're becoming more susceptible to zombie-esque freaking what's the word, diseases.
Yeah, the flashes from the games are causing their brains to shut down, and therefore their bodies just die too, because without a brain they die.
Oh my god, that is.
But
I don't want to laugh at it, but it's also still hilarious as hell.
Yeah, me too. But there's this quote from the article. It says, let me see where it's at. It says, the guy says, "I'm suddenly a bit worried about our species," meaning the human species, not just the Asians. But they are completely immobile thorn bushes in Kenya that have better survival instincts than land gamers. In the event of a puma attack, we are a little more than squishy meat sacks. But at least previous generations would have thrown something heavy at the snarling beast. So basically,
now I wonder if we'd even grumble as our arms are torn off by oversized feline claws. I did read that.
Basically,
and I found it hilarious. It is. It really is. And the funniest part is that most of the gaming genre and the gamers that play in the genre are they. I mean, if you talk to them, you get the gamer topics coming up where they're like, "Oh yeah, well if a zombie apocalypse came up, I'd be the first to survive." And you're looking at him like, "Dude, you're
really?
like barely 105 pounds. You got like arms that are like the size of a freaking stick. I really don't think that you're gonna survive, bro." And he's like, "No, dude, I played freaking video games all my life, and I swear, I'll survive."
And then,
I'm like, all right, brother, I'll take I'll take your.
A 9-hour
session of League of Legends.
That guy's dead.
Well, and that's the other thing. League of Legends, I couldn't play League of Legends for 9 hours. I don't know anybody that can play a League of Legends for 9 hours. Well, actually, wait.
Well, now we all know.
That's not true.
There's one guy.
That's not true. I do know one person that would play League of Legends for 9 hours, but I'm not going to say names or anything like that. But I can't play League of Legends for 9 hours. I literally can't. I rage quit after 15 minutes. I'm like, screw this game. But that's probably because I suck. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Today's genre of gamers are just some of them are I don't know.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Anyways, moving on with that because we're running out of time. Let's go on to the Zombies Bite. I hear you got a Zombies Bite for a Cooler Master case.
Yeah, well, it's not a case. It's actually a heat-seeking fan. It's just to keep your CPU cold and stuff. But I kind of want to let people know kind of what my grading system is. Since this is the first official air, and people are probably wondering what a Zombie's Bite is. Yes, it's when I bite.
We only have 10 minutes left.
Okay, well, basically, there's 3 levels. There's level 1, level 2, and level 3. The level 3 is buy it immediately because it's too good to be true. Level 2 is basically, best bang for the buck. And a level 1 is, hey, I thought, people should check this out. So basically, pardon?
I said level 1 is basically it was worth a mention.
Yeah, it was worth a mention. So, but this is a level 2 bite. It's for the Cooler Master 212 Evo CPU heatsink and fan. And my favorite place, newegg.com, you can find this little gem for $34.99. So it's a tower style heatsink and fan combo with continuous direct contact CPU heat copper heat pipes. That basically means that the heat is going to go up those copper tubes right through the fins and let the fan cool that heat down, and it's direct contact, which means it's directly contacting the CPU. It's a universal design for most Intel sockets, as well as most AMD sockets, although additional bracketry may be required. It may or may not be included. I have yet to get one of these because I want to put one on my Phenom 2.
Cooler Master, if you're listening.
Yeah, Cooler Master, definitely. I love your products. It's a 120 millimeter fan blowing across that heatsink. So that heatsink is 120 millimeters wide, or in square, I should say.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fan. And it also has the ability to push and pull. Put another fan on the other side of it, so you get a 2-fan push-pull, just to push more air across the fins to cool the heatsink down. The fan that it comes with, it ranges from 600 RPMs to 2000 RPMs and pushes as little as 24.9 CFM to as much as 82.9 CFM. So,
nice.
That's that 82.9. That's cranked all the way up, pushing air across that. That's going to keep anything cool.
Definitely.
And since it's a 120 millimeter fan, you're not going to hear a lot of noise out of it. So even fully maxed out, it's going to be whisper quiet.
No, yeah, and Cooler Masters fans have always been kind of good with noise and such. They've always been pretty
exactly. Now the only difference between the 212 non-Evo and the 212 Evo is the fan design on it. It's kind of got a little different fan design where the blades are a little rotated and stuff like that. At just a different angle to allow more air to blow across it, and then it also has a different design of the constant direct heat pipe design where those heat pipes are in direct contact. It's basically 100% copper direct heat contact on the Evo, whereas on the non-Evo it's got the heat pipes direct contact, but they're just kind of corrugated, I should say, through the aluminum block that goes over your CPU, and that's $5 cheaper. So both of those are going to be.
Basically, let's explain what
you
this
get
is
more
quickly
cooling for $5 more.
Okay, so you get more.
You told me it had to be fast, so I'm going fast.
That was not fast. That was you going on about corrugated freaking heat pipes. What the hell is that?
Well,
oh gosh.
So,
anyways,
but that's the reason why it's a level 2 bite is.
Yeah, so we got a
it's a tower style heatsink, universal design, more cooling for $5 more. So that's the reason why I chose it. And look for just more stuff like this later.
Yeah, we'll definitely. Let's just do the outro then. I mean, I guess that's it, guys. I mean, we got about
yep, that'll be it.
12 more minutes. We got about 12 more minutes left in the actual podcast. So we're just gonna go out with this. Just real quick, if you guys are listening to us live on Nordic Soul Radio, don't forget to stay tuned after the show. For Luminaries Obscenely Obscure, he talks about all kinds of stuff, has some great song selection and such. So don't forget to stay in tune for that right after Max Gamer Podcast. Great guy. Great show. Let's just put it that way, all right? Again, if you guys don't know where to contact us at, it's Enigma at max-gamer.com and Zombie at max-gamer.com. You can contact us with questions, concerns. If you don't like something that's going on with the podcast, let us know. If you like the podcast, let us know. We always like to hear from listeners. And, of course, if you guys... Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you guys ask a question, there is a freaking huge possibility that it could be featured on the podcast. So, I mean, if you guys like to hear your questions on the podcast, send us a question. Again, Enigma at max-gamer.com and Zombie at max-gamer.com. We are happy to hear from you guys. So, let's move on into the next week's releases. We got a couple of big name ones. I mean, some of the stuff that we've already talked about. Kingdoms of Amular: The Reckoning is coming out next week for PC, Xbox 360, and PS3. That's releasing on the 7th, next Tuesday, and it's produced by EA Games. You guys, if you haven't really checked that out, you can go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/MaxGamerPodcast, and check that out. We've Softworks, exactly. Bethesda Softworks. I believe the game comes with all of the downloadable content plus the actual game. So if you guys haven't gotten the downloadable content, you don't have the PS3. It's also releasing on Tuesday the 12th or the 7th. I'm sorry, Tuesday the 7th, and that's produced by 2K Games. If you guys haven't checked that out either, you can go to our YouTube page as well and check out a Zombie plays on that. He played the demo a little bit this week, and he kind of posted that up on the YouTube. So yeah, that's it for this week, guys. I hope you all enjoyed Max Gamer Podcast live here on Nordic Soul Radio. If you guys are not listening to it live, please join us next week on Saturday between 1700 and 1800 CET over on Nordic Soul Radio, NordicSoulRadio.com, where gamers rock. And that's going to be it for this week, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. We'll talk to you next week. Remember, game on.